Hey there, welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining again. So I'm just going to hit a couple of topics here. One that probably is pretty appropriate for this time of year. It's the late summer of the year. The academies have just graduated, all but the United States Merchant Marine Academy. The other ones are all out already, and the new classes are getting ready to go on in. So I got a question online, like what's the best way to handle your son or daughter going to the academy? How do you handle the first year, the first few months of their time at the academy? I mean, it's a good question. A lot of people are traveling far from home. Some are fortunate enough that live close to the academies, but I would say 99% of them do not live close and have to travel a significant distance to get to the academy. And because it's really a life-changing experience, homesickness and those type of issues can enter, which really can affect their performance at the academy. So in response to that email, I've just jotted it down a few things here, and I'm just going to hit them one by one, and we'll just get on with this right now. So first and foremost, follow the directions of the academy. The academy will put out a book, an instruction book for the incoming cadets or midshipmen. They will put out a letter or give instruction to the parents on how communication will occur for the first few weeks, few months. Follow those instructions. I cannot stress enough, follow the instructions of the academy. Number two, I can't stress this enough. Do not listen to the parents groups, past parents, etc. They tell you, oh, just do this, just do that. It was okay. We did this back in the day. No, it's not okay. Follow the directions of the academy and all will be fine for your son or daughter. Don't listen to those who are not in the know. So what can you do? Well, number one, after you do all that, you can send letters. Send letters of encouragement, send letters of how proud you are of them, send letters of all the positive stuff that's going on at home. Let them know that they are missed, but they're not missed so much that you can't live without them. Such as Janie, Johnny, things are going great here. Uncle Eb is down on the farm. Arnold is going to school. Things are really good. Wish you could be here, but we're so proud of you being at the academy and serving our country. Things such as that. Do not burden them with problems at home. Do not let them know, hey, Mr. Douglas, the tractor's going to be foreclosed on, and Lisa Douglas has to go back to New York. Don't need to know all that stuff. You don't need to know all that. Just all positive stuff. Now, of course, serious things can happen. There will be deaths in the family. People will be diagnosed with bad diseases and things like that. There's ways to handle that stuff through the academy. If they need to get out for a funeral or for something like that, the academy has procedures that may or may not let them out because they are in a training period. But write letters of encouragement, write positive letters, let them know how proud you are, that people are asking about them and that are really proud of their accomplishment. Do not send scented letters or letters with notes on the outside, such as, to Cadet John Smith, Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs, blah, 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 and right on the back, love mom, open up for a surprise. Not that stuff. Do not do any of that stuff on the outside of the envelopes. That just causes more problems for the cadet or midshipman than they need to do. Just a straightforward address on the letter and keep the letters positive. Also with the letters, don't be afraid to share funny stories. So-and-so that you just graduated with was, working at McDonald's, and some guy came in and threw a shake at him, and, he came out and threw a shake on the guy, and next thing you know, the guy offered him a job working at Burger King. Funny stories like that are always good, but nothing really negative, like the guy that threw the shake ended up in jail, and, he was your best friend, and you probably won't see him for the rest of your life. All positive, all funny stuff, all good stuff for them to look at and say, hey, things are good at home, but I'm really glad that I'm doing this. So the question is, when can I send stuff to my cadet or midshipman? Once again, follow the directions of the academy. Do what they say. They will tell you how things are to be sent, what can be sent, what can't be sent. Obviously, alcohol, tobacco, firearms, things that are illegal cannot be sent. And you wouldn't want to send that because that would just get them in trouble. But you know, well, we're just going to stop here and let the traffic pass on by here. So just give me a second. And there they go. So getting back to what can be sent. So if you're going to send home-baked goods, I mean, send things such as cookies, bars, homemade bars, things such as that are durable and that will stand up being handled by the post office, the academy post office, the midshipmen that distribute the mail, etc., etc. I can certainly tell you from my experience and my kids' experience that if you're going to send stuff, make sure you send enough, not only for them, but for at least 10 or 12 more people. They're going to be with their friends, they're going to be with their new squad leaders and such, and everybody's going to want to taste a cookie from home. If it's, you know, even the supervision wants a cookie from home, the midshipman leadership or the cadet leadership. So make sure you send enough. Don't just send 1 or 2, because sharing is caring, and they're going to have to share. And they're going to want to share, so send enough. Now, this is for the love interests out there. You know, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, you know, now is off to the academy, and you miss them dearly, and you can't live without them, and you love them, and you want them to come home, and you want to, you know, start your life together, and on and on. I mean, it's like a soap opera. If you really want them to be successful and you really care about them, do not send letters on how you can't live without them and how life is just not the same and things are going to go on and maybe it's going to be a Dear John or Dear Jane letter. Just don't do that. I mean, things happen, people change, people that are home change, people at the academy change. If it's time to, you know, move on to other people, just don't do it during the first month or 2 when they're going through a very difficult time at the academy. The time to do that is when they're in the regiment, they're in the brigade, they're out in classes, they're doing the day-to-day. But it's not send them a Dear John or Dear Jane letter when they're really under intense training. So if you care about them, write them letters of encouragement, tell them you want them to do well, tell them you're looking forward to being with them when they get home and going to events at the academy. And if you have to move on, just wait before you move on. Just do the right thing. Just to wrap this up, you know, going from a civilian high school life for, you know, most people enter an academy to a regimented military life at the academy it's really a change. And it's really a stressful change. It's a life-changing event. And it's something that they've worked very hard for. You've worked hard to get them there for. And a lot of people supported them to get there. So when you reach out to them, be positive, be thoughtful, and be proud of them and let them know. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this answers the question from the email. If not, send me an email again. My email's down bottom in the box, and I'll answer it. So thank you for tuning in, and if you got any questions, send them my way. Bye now.